The Republican Party last week, we have to admit, late in the week on Thursday, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds signed a bill which prohibits males from participating in female sports in the state. According to the media, if you're dumb enough to trust the headlines, Iowa banned trans people from female sports or from sports in general. That's the way the headlines are being written. But this is not what the legislation accomplished at all. In fact, the neat thing about being literate, if you are, is that you can actually go and read the bill for yourself. And if you do that, you'll see that the word transgender actually doesn't appear in the legislation at all. It's not mentioned anywhere. That, by the way, is true of every state that has passed bills protecting women's sports. And I think there are 8 or 9 of them now. None of them mention trans people. There are no laws actually banning trans people from sports. Nobody anywhere at any point has even advocated such an idea. Instead, the bill, getting to the crux of it, says this, and I'll read from the bill. It says, quote, only female students based on their sex may participate in any team sport, or athletic event designated as being for females, women, or girls. So that's it. That's basically all it says. The bill does not target trans people any more than laws against stealing target kleptomaniacs. Now, just because one group may feel a special compulsion to violate a law, that doesn't mean the law itself victimizes or oppresses them specifically. Because as long as the law applies to everyone equally. Now, if there's a law that says only these sorts of people aren't allowed to do this particular thing, but everybody else is allowed to do it, now that is an unequal law. Okay, that's unconstitutional. You can't do that. But in this case, all people are required to play on sports teams consistent with their biological sex. It's a law that applies to everyone. If I moved to Iowa and I wanted to compete in a women's basketball league, I would not be able to do it, even though I'm not trans. I would be no more permitted to play on the girls' team than any man who identifies as trans. That's what we call equality under the law, where we are all forbidden from doing the same exact thing. Which is exactly, by the way, equality under the law is exactly the thing that the left fights against all the time while pretending to fight for it. Now, in any case,